Alright, we're revisiting an old version of one of the places that I built in Xbox 360. And this is just one little area underground that we built up. Built a lot of little houses and stuff inside the cliff walls here. Made glass railing. Glowstone torch lantern things. A lot of different, like I say, a lot of different little empty buildings in here. Built into the cave sides just to make it look like, you know, there's some kind of little city down here. See if I can find my way back out. The doors are screwed up because of the updates. They changed the door position, so from when this was made, all my double doors are going to be messed up. And the redstone devices in it aren't going to work properly either. We put up exit signs because it's really easy to get lost in here. So put up exit signs so everybody knew where to head out to go through the exits. As we worked our way through here, we put stairs in to make it easier to transport through to get to where we needed to go inside here. Because we did get lost down in the tunnels for a really long time. And the exit signs just make it that much easier to get out. Each time we found a way to get out, we built one of these little things on top of it. So that we had, you know, a little marker on top of the exit. That's what I was trying to build in Masked Heroes area for over the top of the portal entrance. But we built those little things for it. Now I'm in creative mode so that we can get to the different areas here because there's a couple of them that got built along the way, but the really big one that we want to go to is the one over there on the right hand side where you can see all those brown spots in the white area. But we'll check out some of these other places first. So we'll fly over here. This should be the temple that we built. Yeah, see, there's another exit to the underground. Let's switch off that to one of the underground pieces. They're pretty good little markers so that you know exactly where they are, and at night you can see them really well. Yeah, here's the temple that we built. Tried to make it look kind of Aztecian. So we built little fountains in that, pouring water out down into the bottom pieces. These are just the little corner markers. There's a couple of those. And there's a little temple over here. It's like two merged corner markers. And then the main one right here, which didn't get completely done. I think that's where we quit playing at. It was after we almost got this started up and going good. Go down inside. And this was the first stop on it. This was at ground level. Go down even. Whoa. The ladders are gone. What the heck? Down in, my dogs are stuck down here. Down in it further. Which doesn't seem to lead to the part that I was thinking of. Maybe it does. Excuse me. Yeah. Yeah, this is where we quit working on it at. There's a gate here that you used to be able to trigger. It probably doesn't work anymore due to the changes to redstone, but you used to be able to open up this gate completely. Let's see if the redstone still works. There's quite the little contraption to make this work. As you can see, there's redstone going all over the place to make all this come in together to make it all work. Let's see if it still works. Many of the other redstone things don't. That one didn't do anything. There we go. See, there's that's when it's open. That's when it's closed. So the gate does still work. There are other redstone things that don't work anymore though, due to pieces changing. But that's as far as we got with this, was making the entrance down into it, and it's probably where we quit playing at. Let's see if we can climb up these. No, we can't climb up the vines. I don't know why the didn't do us any good anyway. I don't know why the ladders are gone though. Used to have ladders coming all the way down. Come on. There we go. Good thing it is in creative mode, otherwise we would have been probably dead when we fell off those ladders. But yeah, this was the little temple area that we started building up and getting made. Okay, we'll go off to another area. I think we got a little town over this way that we were working on. We'll go check that out. Get my map real quick, like down over this way. Yeah, this was a little town that we were working on. It was originally one of the NPC towns. It was pretty messed up, so we started working on the buildings and getting it made up so that people could get to the different buildings, because there was actually no way to get to them. And we got all the little cobblestone paths made up. Just a second. Sorry, I've got to read this. Okay. Okay, back to this. So we repaired the roadways around it, the little roadways around it, got it leveled out a little bit, and made it so that you could pretty much get to every single building in this little village with the pathways. And of course get to the gardens, and we made a little dock off of it because we were going to add more stuff out there. Made sure all the gardens were accessible. As you can see, we used some of the gravel and some of the stuff too. And this is a mine directly below the village. Oddly enough, that's where they seemed to spawn before, is directly below villages. You found a village, if you dug down, you could find a mine. I don't know if that's still the same. Let's look at our map again. Next place looks like it's right over here. So we'll go off in this direction. And we'll see what that is. Yeah, here's another building that we were working on. A couple of them. Okay. So we made a little dock here with a little pond. It used to be a little thing of water. We squared it off and made the little fountain going down into it, just to make it look neat with the little dock. Of course, the dog's sitting outside the house, Grandma's house. We had my mom playing with us at one time, so we built her this house so that she would have a house to call her own. And we left it up to her to decorate. As you can see, she didn't do very much decorating. She got into the exploring side of things and started running all over the place exploring stuff. She got lost quite a few times and we had to go save her. This is the upper balcony. Leads down to a little sauna pool. Ooh. And then, of course, we built her a greenhouse so that she had a little greenhouse at her place because she loves plants. We put some stuff in there, which there really isn't much in there now. Used to be a bunch of sugar cane along with all this wheat growing. Looks like most of the sugar cane's gone now, though. And then over here is our little barn for our animals. We got piggies and sheep, cow, and we made a loft up top. So there was a little loft area on it. You know, every barn has to have a loft. And of course, a door you can fall out of. And then the massive garden. This is our massive wheat garden. So there was lots of wheat to be had. This also leads back to the main city itself. But there's a few other little things around here to show you first. Like, for instance, that. That was not originally there. I built the little island that's sitting up there. The little floating island. Oop, almost fell in a cave. And did the water so that if you wanted to, you could swim up to the island. Like so. As long as your head's sticking out, you don't drown. Oop. Like here. See, if I'm totally inside of it, you're, normally, if you're not in creative, you lose oxygen. But this is a little house that I built up here. No enemies ever spawn up here at this house. It's only a little, it's a small 2-door. That's the egg that you get in the very last mission of this thing if you go to the Ender world. And see, it's just a small little hut. Mainly for looks, not anything else. Just done to be something different. Something different. But there we go. That's what it looks like from the outside. Then down below, over here, we have a little day sauna. I can get it to go down there. There we go. As you see, the doors are messed up due to the updates. It's just a little square room with lots of glass on it. And then over here, my mom actually built this. Over here is a little pond. And then, oh yeah, and then of course the little wall thingy from the bushes from the trees. Over here is another mine entrance, underground mine entrance. Not really mine, but cave entrance. Covered up with another one of those little things. I think this one goes down to a dungeon if I remember right. Let's see. No, this one just goes out into a mine. This is one of the caves that my mother got lost in. But as you can see, even here we put in all the little stairs throughout the whole thing. And we also have the entrance to the netherworld here. Which I think we built a house on the other side. I do believe. Let's go see. I think there's a house on the other side. Oops. Walked out of the portal on the wrong. I guess there's not. I guess it's just a square room. So we won't bother going back in. We'll go back up top. But yeah. Spent hours down inside the caves. Because people kept getting lost in them. And then of course, let's see, danger, abandoned mine. Here's the abandoned mine entrance for another abandoned mine that was found. And of course, a little underground pathway that leads back to the main road. This was a large building that we put together for this. Just most of this is just decoration for the buildings that we put together, just so that there were different things on it, challenges to build. You know, this was one of the larger ones. I don't believe the inside's too fancy, it's just the outside that is. Yeah, see, it's just not a real big fancy building. Yeah, just big empty rooms, that's all they are on the inside of this one. Yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah, just big empty rooms that were made. If that happens again, I'll mute the mic for a while it's going on. Sorry about that. And I'm just going to walk through the rest of the town here and show you the rest of the buildings. And there's really not much to say about them, except for this is what we built. Okay, here we go. Hold on for a sec. This house here, it's kind of special. We built a little gazebo on the outside just to make it a little more comfortable. As you can see though, most of the houses are completely empty. Okay, we're coming up on the dock. I don't know what else changed on the dock. We had ships out there that had sails built on them, but I don't see the sails, so I'm not sure what happened there. Another one of the little houses. Little upstairs loft. One of the larger houses. Little decks on them. There's a little boat out back with a little dock. Let's see if we can get to that. There we go. Not too fancy of a little boat, but it's a little boat. Okay. Now we're gonna go to the dock and show you what the bigger boats look like. The dock area, we tried to make it look like it was a dock that was in use. So like this, we have wood pylons that's supposed to be logs, you know. We should have actually used the log things, but we did that. Put the raw materials inside the little buildings. Like this one, it's got a bunch of wool slabs and melons and pumpkins, you know, like stuff's been stored in the docks, you know, just to make it unique and different. Okay, here's the larger boats. Oh, some of them have sails, some of them don't. That's weird. I wonder what happened to the other sails. That was the sails, nothing real fancy. Whoops, I fell off the dock. Nothing real fancy. Here's the boat itself. And they do go down into the water. Can't really see them down in the water though, can you? Let's get close. Yeah, see, they go down into the water. And up in the boat itself, you can go onto the little captain's quarters. Get out of there. As well as go into the lower section of the boat. They're not much to the lower section because how small they are, but yeah. And all the boats are like that. And of course our docks. Tried to make them look a little fancy. It's sand, I believe. And cobblestone with the regular stone around the outside. And of course we've got our big old castle over there too. I don't quite remember how to get into it. Let's see here. It is not this way. So there's an entrance up here. There it is. Okay, We'll come out here a little ways so we can look up at it. Here's the entrance to the castle. Now, I do believe this had the gate thing going on with it at one time too, but I showed you inside the temple. And we got little houses and stuff inside the castle. Not real fancy, you know, just big empty rooms that you could build stuff into. And these let you go up onto the upper walls. You can venture around the upper walls, check out the little towers if you wanted to. I believe there's ladders that go up. Yep, ladders that go all the way up to the top of the towers. So you can be up on the top. At night they're kind of cool because they're lit. Sit out up on the very top. We put those blocks here, the nether blocks here, so that you could light them on fire. Okay, now let's go back down. Okay, that was the main entrance. You walk down here, come into here, and there's the front end of the castle. Kind of creepy. It's made to look like a skull. Kinda does. Skull with eyes. The doors is the eyes, and the little balconies for the eyes too. So it's kinda cool. Kinda derpy, but kinda cool at the same time. These pathways are kinda dark. No lights in here. They're simple pathways. This brick used to be a lot easier to make than it is now too. And see, not much was done on the inside rooms of the castles. They're just big empty rooms. Most of it was just constructing the castle itself and getting everything made. And linking it all up, and as you can see, not all the castle was completed either, because there's no outside railing on this side. Yeah, see, just big empty rooms. But this was the castle that we were working on. I believe this was supposed to be the big main room, like the throne room area. And we did have a way. I know there's a way to get up here, but I don't remember how. And it'll take you all the way up to the very top, just like on the other ones. And I believe this was the highest build point that we could go on this world, was right here at that time. You probably build higher now, because I know things have changed, so let's see. Yeah, you can build a lot higher now. But that was the highest build point at the time that this castle was made, was where it's built at now. So you can go a lot higher now than you used to be able to. Because you used to just be able to come up to this point right here. And that was it. It wouldn't let you build any higher. And that's why this castle ended right there. Otherwise it would have had a much taller tower to it. There we go. Creative mode fly thing's hard to get into. But as you see, we tried to give it a little bit of shape to the castle's towers too, so that they weren't just plain Jane ordinary up and down shapes, so that they were a little bit different. added different colored blocks so that it had a little bit of color to it, but still was the castle-y gray. It was a pretty good sized castle. Put a lava moat around the outside. There you can see the whole thing in its full size. This was done over a span of many months. To put all this together. And like I say, most of our time it was spent down underground. Lava moat. Because creepers and skeletons like to spawn on the outside walls, so we put this lava moat here, and they'd end up falling down into it and burning to death. Which is great. I think there's one more spot here. Let's see. Not sure where exactly it is. Let's see here. It's along the outside, along the river somewhere. I mean the outside water edge somewhere. I know I'd be able to see it at night. Might be clear up here on this outside water edge. Looking for it. Right here, maybe? Looks like we busted a hole in the middle of the ice here. Yep, this is it right here. Okay. Now, go down. I believe we had this so that you could get out of it too. Yeah. There we go. It's a little glass house that goes to the underneath the ocean. You could see underneath the water and look out into it. The oceans are much more pretty now than they used to be. So it's something like this would be even better now. This took a while because we had to clear the water out of the area that we were building into to be able to make all this here. So it took a while, but this connects up into a cave system. It was an attempt to get out of the underground. I believe this is we're back at that town that we started out in the underground, if I remember correctly. Yeah, back at the underground city. One of two. The other one I don't quite remember how to get back to. I know it's around here somewhere, but I don't remember how to get to it. I'll have to show that in a separate clip. So, that is one way to get back in here, besides just using the regular pathway to get down inside. And that's the only reason I left these like this, is so that one could go up and swim up here, get their breath of air, and then swim straight up and get out. Oh, I didn't quite make it. There we go. Okay. One more look at the map. Let's see if there's anything else I forgot to show you. Doesn't look like it unless there's something way down there at the very bottom middle. I think that was that town that we visited. Yeah, that was the little town that we visited. So I think that covers everything that we did in this world. I have many other worlds that I did stuff in too. But that covers this one. As you can see, even some places outside we lit up pretty good because we were stuck there for a while. We're near there for a while and needed someplace safe to stand while the creatures are spawning outside. And then like all those little towers, see, you can see one over there, you can see one over here. It's because they're all lit up with the torches and that to make them visible. Oh, this is a different styled overhead tower one that I did. It's just a little bit bigger than the other one. So that it stood out more up above. Just a little bit larger. It's got vines growing all over it. This one actually goes all the way down to the bottom of the chasm there. If you go inside and you go down to the stairs, there's a level. I always do this with the stairs, build little levels in between so that if you do slip off the stairs, you fall onto the level. And of course, yeah, there it is, the entrance into the chasm. And then I believe this one has a mine down in it too somewhere, if I remember right. Just off to the side somewhere. Can't really see down here at night, so can't really tell. Might be a different one that's in this world because there were several of these big open areas that you could go down into. I did see another light here. Right over here. Yeah, see there's another one of those little ones. That's the main temple. Over there. I was really proud of this temple. I do like it. I think I did a good job on it. It's kind of ordinary, but still different. I thought I did a good job on it. Kind of fits in with the Minecraft theme too. More torches. I don't see anything built over here. There was a cave entrance. It's usually where most of these torches are around, is cave entrances. That is one nice thing about us, is we put torches everywhere to mark different spots while we were venturing around. So if you're ever out at night and you get lost, just look for a torch and you probably find something. See, there's another one that came up into the middle of the lake here. We made a safe little entranceway into it. I think that was one of our escape routes. When we got stuck down inside, dug our way up. We got more torches down here. Yeah, more cave entrances. So it looks like I showed you the majority of the buildings and the structures that we made. Looks like all we're finding now is the cave entrances, a few random torches, and we're back at the little town. So I don't think there's anything else in this world to look at from what we constructed. That was a spot we were mining at. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else to really show you now. I think we covered everything. So that wraps this one up. Showing you what all we did. We did have a tendency to fall in holes a lot, so we did build fences around them to keep us from falling in accidentally, you know, and killing ourselves. So that'll wrap this video up, and I'll get her uploaded, and there we go. That shows everything. That's where everybody spawns in at. Please do not take items from these chests. Why? That's really tempting for people, isn't it? Please do not take items from these chests, and they're filled with all kinds of good loot. That was the main respawn spot, though. Yeah, now we're back at the town, so... do a little flyover and call this stream a quits. Well, this recording quits. Alrighty, well, that's it for this one. We'll catch you guys next time. See you around. Bye.